Welcome back, guys. In the land of Sprocket Man's Head today, I'm going to attempt to join up a few of these smaller sprockets. I've polished them all back so they're all clean and ready to go. These are going to form, hopefully, the ends of the points for the clock face I'm making for the guys at Sprayquick powder coating. I'm now looking at it and wondering whether I've set myself a genuine challenge and how much of a headache I actually wanted when I got up this morning. There is only one way to find out, and that's to crack on. So, as you can see, I've got them bolted down, well, clamped down. I say bolted, that might be a little optimistic. There you go, you can see it a little bit better now, hopefully. There we go. So, two sprockets. Hopefully I'll be able to just tag them together around where the teeth meet there. Then once I've got all four pairs of these welded, the next step will be to take a slightly smaller sprocket with quite a deep lip on it and place it so it kind of over the front of them, creating a triangle, and then it's going to be a case of joining this slot to the ones I've already riveted, and with hindsight I should have left the rivets until I'd got all these made, but you know, if I did things in a logical order I wouldn't be me. So let's see if we can have any form of success with the MIG. Bits of a clean up, that should be okay. Wow. First time for everything, I guess. Why is it your nose always starts to run at the least convenient moments? looking at that, I think that's my worst weld of the day so far. But it's all held together, so I'm not going to complain. Next part of the plan is work out how I want to do this next bit. So, yep, the last one I just did was still very hot to the touch. So, that's the two joined together. My plan, such as it stands, is to try and get that to sit in there, something like that. It's more going to be a case of how do I set this up to make it work the way I want it to. Just reaching for a spacer that was the other side of the lens. I think I've just come up with a sort of solution. Now, if I'm not careful, that might work. Then again, we all know how careful I am because you've witnessed how often I've scorched my fingers. So, I really must try growing a brain one day. Then with a bit of luck, what I'm going to try and do is tack it in around the points there and on that one. I don't think there's enough material available to me there. And if you're wondering why I don't try and rotate it, they're at fixed points. The only way I'd be able to change it now would be to grind back these tips. And I don't really want to because the spacing it creates is strangely pleasing to look at. The washer I've used there is one that I'm going to use for the absolute centre of the clock face, so the mechanism will bolt through that, which is a point I need to go online and organise my clock mechanism. All the clock mechanisms that I order in along with the hands are all from a fantastic online shop that sort of runs through Amazon. If ever you're looking to repair or make yourself a clock, just bash into the interweb Dan's Clock Shop, and if you have any questions you can email them. They usually respond within an hour or two. Great company to order from, and they don't seem to find any of my questions remotely stupid, which is quite bizarre really. I generally think a lot of my questions are a bit daft, but there we have it. But as I say, Dan's Clock Shop for all your clock repair or making requirements. Right. Let's give it some heat. Yeah, a bit of a clean up, that'll be lovely. It's rock solid. Right, now I know what I'm doing. 3 more to go. Good grief. Now that I know what I'm doing, that's a sentence you don't hear very often. I might have just melted through that because stupid. Oh no, no. Well, well, that'll be a grinder job to get that off. Oh well. Okay, last but not least, it's going to require a little bit more gentle grinding in there where I went a bit too heavy-handed. I'll take that. I will take that all day long. Okay. Let's have a quick offer up. make sure I'm happy with how this is looking. So the only question now is, do I do that like that? Or do I do that like that? I'm going to go over the top. Yeah, it is just in shot. Let me scribble it across a little bit so it's a little bit easier to see. So what I intend to do is try and line all of this up so it creates a large cross, if you will, made out of circles. What else would you make a cross out of other than circles? So I think, what am I thinking? I think what I'll do, take these welds back, just tidy it up a little bit, give it a quick whiz over with the flap wheel on my angle grinder, then start joining this lot up, which is going to be the fun part. Mind you, I say that, it should be relatively straightforward as long as I give myself enough room around the bench. Good grief, I'm going to have to tidy up a bit. Don't tell me wife, she'll never believe you if you tell her I'm tidying up. Okay. Right, I think in the meantime what I will do, or until I've got this ready to weld up, we'll skip forwards a bit.